I'm Sarah with the Beauty Buzz and the Beauty Hive, and today I'm with my friend Jessie at the Lash and Brow. Wait.
The Lash and Brow Witch.
The Lash and Brow Witch. Because I have the green witch stuck in my head right now, and I'm like, wait, that's not right. We're gonna get to all of that. But as many of you know, we are doing these interviews with local lash artists, beauticians, stylists, anybody who wants to join. And we're going to just kind of talk about what it is that she does. She is located here at, what is the name of this whole building?
So it's Kai Studios.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm in Suite 111.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's neighbors with my SD bestie, Matt. You guys got to meet him in our first interview. And she has an amazing line that she has created that we're going to talk about today. And then, of course, all of her fun services. And if she has a juicy story that she wants to share, she can. Otherwise, we'll hear about that later. But, so just, first of all, how long have you been in the business?
It's going on 6 years now.
Awesome.
Yeah, since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just here in Clovis or Fresno?
Yeah, just in Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been in the vicinity of Fresno and Clovis, taking care of all my clients in this area. I also have clients from out of town that come here bi-weekly, which is crazy. I'm like, thank you guys. You don't have to travel.
I have my hair girl. She has a lady that lives in the Bay Area that will
awesome.
travel down, like what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours?
Yeah.
So, find our people.
Mm-hmm.
We love our people.
Yes, stick with them.
So what all, obviously you've got this amazing line that's helping hair growth and things like that. So we stick with lashes, a lot of our things like that. So brows, Tell me exactly what you do.
So I do lash extensions, lash lifts, and I also do brow laminations and brow styling. And my main focus was to help enhance like the natural beauty, but also to work on products that were natural to help with enhancing the brow growth too. That's where it started.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try to play around with different like essential oils and stuff like that. And so when I went into starting to do brow styling, my aftercare would be my brow oil that I had. And for brow laminations and stuff like that, that was really important to have that. So then I incorporated that now, and people have been loving it. So that's what led me to doing the hair care stuff.
Because I know, like with brow laminations and even with lash lifts, the products that we have to use for those procedures can really suck out the natural oils in our lashes and our brows. So you've got that almost like crispy feeling afterwards.
It dehydrates it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very like heavy chemicals, and even though we put them on there for a set amount of time, depending on like the type of hair and how like thick it is and how strong it is, you have to like consider about those things, you know. So like having things like the aftercare that helps to put back that moisture in there, helps to repair the hair, but also keeps the longevity of like a lash lift and also the brow laminations is like a big deal. Yes.
So now, can you use any of these products on your eyelashes with or without extensions?
Yes. So without extensions, you can use the oil. Okay. And that you can put on a spoolie, and you can brush that through your lashes.
Kind of like what we would do when we're doing a lash lift.
Yeah, and you can brush that through, and you can do that every other night, and that has castor oil in it. Okay. So that's one of the main ingredients, and that will put the strength back in your hair. So like your lashes will feel stronger, but it won't take down the curl right away. So that's really great. So it doesn't compromise any of the lash lift or anything like that. But it's just conditioning your hair and like your natural lashes that are like needing that to come back to it, you know. So it's really important to have that. Not a lot of people realize that when they get a lash lift done, you know. They're like, oh, it's whatever, that's it.
I always send everybody home with an aftercare packet.
Yes.
Like, what's this for? And I'm like, well, because we just traumatized your lashes. Like,
we put some hard chemicals on there.
Going, you know. Yes. And then with the extensions as well, you can do it?
No, so I don't recommend it with the lash extensions because the oil, that will break down the glue, that would cause a lot of slip, and then just like compromising your retention as well. You wouldn't want to do that. But it is good though if you do ever take breaks between your lash extensions, you can always use that as a natural source to be able to like get the strength back in your hair, and then also to create the stimulation of the hair growth as well. So, and it's super safe. You're not, you know, dousing your eyes with it. You're just brushing it through, and that will help to bring all that hair back. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so tell me what you have right here. So this one, the oil.
Yes, the oil is the like mother of all. Like this is what started it all. So it's really great. Can
I open this?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I didn't want to open a brand new one.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's very lightweight, very natural. It's got a lot of great ingredients in there.
I don't know if you can see it. I'll highlight these at the end of the interview, but so you can use this on your hair and your scalp and your everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And you can also use it on your skin too.
I love oils like that.
Yes.
So the makeup company that I work with, we have this oil called Nangai oil, and it's one of those things you can put it in your foundation, especially like for older women who have the dry, crepey skin.
Yeah.
In your lotions, everything, things like this, little additives.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mixing it into like your regular routine, the stuff that you use, it's so easy. Just a few drops in there, and you'll notice how it mixes because it is a thick consistency, so a little bit does go a long way. Yes. And if you're diluting it with something else that you normally put on your face or even in your hair, it's so easy. A little bit goes a long way.
Okay, and then how much does this bottle retail for?
That's $15.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a 2-ounce bottle. Yes, it's a 2-ounce bottle. It's $15.
And she makes this all herself.
Yeah.
So we were just talking a little bit like, I'm like, okay, well, who's your manufacturer? And she's like, me. And I'm like,
everything at home.
I personally feel like things like that you see more results because it's one hand in the pot as opposed to 1,000 hands in the pot.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think that is awesome.
Well, definitely like with the rosemary, that comes from my backyard. So I'm breaking it down.
She is a little
making
witchy-poo
the oil.
with her guardians and all of her potions. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And what is this one?
That's the Revive. So that is a lightweight version of the oil, but with less ingredients. Okay. It's more for after washing the hair, and it's for scalp stimulation and scalp relief as well. So if you have any issues with like dandruff, or if you have like conditions like eczema, the ingredients in there is jojoba oil, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, which is really great. Yes, the tea tree oil is a great cleansing agent that you can put on your scalp. So if you do have any buildup that you've had like any issues with, and also like if you have sensitive scalp concerns, like that is a really great ingredient to have included into like your regular hair and scalp regimen. Yes, yeah. And the peppermint oil is also super great for people who have like any type of like tension headaches that they've been suffering. So if you shake it and then you spray it, you will literally feel the relief, because when it penetrates your scalp, you're gonna feel this like cooling sensation. So if you have migraines and stuff like that, this is a little bit better. Yeah. And that's the last bottle.
Oh my god, are you gonna come out with more?
Yes, I'm producing more, but that has literally been like the top request on top with the oil, because people love that is something that they can do that is not very heavy.
And it doesn't leave a oily texture.
It's not very heavy, so the jojoba oil is diluted. Yeah, so it actually helps to give you like that moisture shine, but without the heaviness of like that greasy look. Yeah.
So, question. I think I told you I suffer from lupus. And one of the things that a lot of people with autoimmune diseases have, obviously we're not doctors, so we're not giving medical advice, but because this is a natural thing and you can do that.
It helps so much more, I feel.
I suffer from, it's not even like dandruff, or I used to be the girl, no judgment. I used to be the girl that could go like 2 weeks without washing her hair. And it would be great. And I had this thick, full, voluptuous hair. My hair has always been my thing. Yeah. I will spend money on my hair. Yeah. That's like my thing. And it's always fun, bright colors. And right now I'm boring and like totally looking my age. But it's been so dry. My hair girl, she refuses to put bleach in it because she's like, friend, like we can't. We've been best friends since we were 15. And she's like, I literally can't put bleach in your hair right now. And I'm like crying in the chair because I'm like, I can't do anything. But is this something that would be good for somebody who is suffering from all of a sudden hair loss, post having babies, things?
Yes. So that was the main reason why I started the oil and Revive. So this came first and this came second because I totally understand about autoimmune diseases. They're just insane the way that they wreak havoc on your body, and it shows. So like the first sign is usually like losing hair, and you start
Globs.
seeing a bunch of it. Yeah, every time you wash your hair. And you'll go through waves of these that happen. So I have had one hell of a year of the ups and downs with stress, and then my body just reacting to it. Do you have an autoimmune disease as well? Yes. Oh my goodness. So I totally get it. So I feel natural products have always worked best for me, and I've seen better results. And in the past, I've just gone with like 3 ingredient oil products, which was just mostly focused with rosemary, because that's always been promoted as like hair growth. Yes. You know, that's, which it is. It does work, and I've seen the results myself and on other people, and I'm like, okay, that's great. So then when I started these 2 things, I first started with this, and I started adding more ingredients in there that I started doing research on, because I realized like, okay, what else can I do that will benefit those signs of like, you know, stress on our body and inside and out, right? So topically, I was able to start using this and noticing when I was consistent with it, it was helping me so much. But I noticed too, I had like waves of this crazy flakiness that was happening, and I didn't know how often I needed to use this. So then that's when I started using this, and it was the Revive spray. And so I wanted to see what I can do in between so I didn't have to oil my hair all the time. So then I started spraying this on my scalp, and I noticed that it was starting to heal all of the flakiness in my scalp. It was starting to really balance my pH levels as well, because tea tree and peppermint oil are also 2 pH balancing ingredients, which is crazy. A lot of people don't realize that. So those 2 things help a lot to balance that out in your scalp health, and you'll start noticing that it reduces the like all the flakiness, the scaliness that you might get on your scalp from like any like some.
We're sitting here talking about this.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so itchy. Yes, like I literally, that's the 2 that I have in my hair today.
And you're wearing a beanie. Okay.
Yes,
I love wearing beanies as well. Yeah. However, I haven't as much as I used to, because I just feel like, and it's probably a lot, you know, lupus, but do you feel like when you wear these, you have none of, because you know, we get like the head where you feel itchy and gross.
I don't feel any irritation, because I totally get how people would feel that way. Yeah, like with your beanies, like if you obviously don't have this on, and like some days you feel like, oh man, why is it so itchy?
Yes.
I have gotten those before. So I have these products under, because I wanted to do a oiling day, because last week was a lot of like events going on, so I was blow drying my hair a lot. So I was like, I really need to bring back that moisture back into my hair and on my scalp. So today I'm doing that, and this is the best option for no tension style, like a protection style. So putting a beanie on after putting this on, literally you won't have that itchiness, and you'll feel great all day. Like you won't be like, oh my gosh, I need to like reach in really quick. Yeah, you won't have to do any of that. Yeah,
that is okay. I'm a little like lost for words with all of this, because I'm like really excited because it's natural, which is awesome. Yeah. But to see the results and benefits, and then again for us autoimmune warriors, I didn't realize you had one. I think when we spoke a couple weeks ago, I was telling you, I was like, oh my gosh. I had the worst brain fog moment. Yes. Well, yeah, I started a new medication, and I feel like it's gotten worse with that, but I'm trying to weigh out the benefits, because I need energy, and this is supposed to help with that. Oh, good. So if it helps with that, we'll see. We still have 6 more weeks to go to know, but okay, now tell me about these 2 bottles.
So those are my dry shampoos. All natural dry shampoos. Okay. So basically they're 2 to 3 ingredients. I have the original version, which is the regular white powder, and that's arrowroot powder, which is the main ingredient. And what's amazing about arrowroot powder, which you'll see in other like store-bought natural, you know, dry shampoos, they have way more chemicals in there. So because I decided to put it in these shaker bottles, and the way that they seal in, they actually don't get exposed into oxygen as often, because you're closing them every single time, versus like the other bottles that you would get at the store. The reason why they put all those chemicals, for the powder ones, like the powder puff ones, you'll notice that they have all this other stuff, because they're all a bunch of preservatives, where this you don't have to worry about, because of not only just the ingredients but also the packaging. So these are great because
so much effort into all of the things, not just like making it pretty, but
Yeah, like it's a purpose. There's the packaging is a reason for it.
That's
awesome. So they're really easy to use, and what's really great, I call them the Refresh because they're exactly what they say. So they have a little bit of rosemary oil in there as well mixed in. It's not clumpy, it's not oily, it's all nice and soft powder. Okay. And I also have the dark version because that has charcoal in it, activated charcoal. So for all the dark hair girlies, you know, dyeing our hair black or even dark brown, this is great because this helps to not only keep like the white casting of like the regular powders or any other dry shampoos that do that to you. You're not just having to lose the shine or like, you know, the color of your hair, but you're also bringing back like a little bit of the volume, and you're not like having that exposure of like how it makes your scalp look lighter. It actually helps to darken your scalp a little bit. So if you do have a little bit of a thin hair scalp like, you know, issue, that will help to kind of shadow it a little bit. It's not like it's gonna be like black right onto your scalp. But it's just leaving a little bit very light, and it helps to darken your scalp just a little bit. But it keeps the hair color looking fresh.
I know grit, because I know a lot of us.
It doesn't make your hair stiff. So you know how the spray dry shampoos are like literally stiffening. They make your hair feel so dry.
It makes it feel dirty.
Yeah, and crunchy. Yeah. Sometimes this will not. You will literally go and tap in the dry shampoo. Just a little bit goes a long way. You can take your fingers or you could take your comb and you could just go like this. It's literally like those TikTok videos of that like crazy dry shampoo that the girls do like randomly. It's like that. Okay. And it literally like you will take the comb and you will be like, okay, how does it look like it's all refreshed? It's lightweight. Your hair is bouncy. It's not stiff. It's so good. The consistency is so good. Yes.
How long has it been since you launched all of this?
Since September. So
brand new.
Brand new. Yeah. I decided to take advantage of this pop-up that we had, you know, and that was a great opportunity for me to finally like, okay, like, you know what? I've had a lot of people asking about what I've been doing. So I decided to mass produce all of them and just push it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you were telling me that inventory, this is it right now. So that's awesome. Now.
Yeah. I got everything else that I had in stock from the beginning of September to now, and with like, you know, each holiday that we've had so far, like they've been selling down really quick. So it's been good. It's been surprising. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, okay, and now I see you have a couple other things here. Brow Fix Gel.
Yes.
And now this little guy right here, is this the same thing as that?
Almost. So that is the brow oil that started with my aftercare for brow laminations. Okay. And that's been around. It's a rolly ball. It's really awesome. It's super easy. You know.
I'm reading her labeling. Brow victims of the early 2000s. Yes. That is freaking adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to add that on there.
It is so true, though. Anybody who has been in the industry for 10 plus years, you know what we're talking about. Yes. Oh, this is a new one. I don't want to.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
Are you sure? Okay. I just wanted to see. So it's like a little rolly, and you can just roll it on.
Yeah, you just roll it on. It has lavender oil in there. It has castor oil in there, jojoba oil as well. And the three that mix really well together, and they're super lightweight. I do it at night, and it literally it helps a lot.
I feel like some of this is just like a great even add-on service for facials or whatever it is you're doing. If you're doing a scalp treatment for you hair ladies, like, hey, while you're sitting here, let's do this or do that. Let's give you an additional treatment for everything else. Okay, and then this, I've heard Matt talk about this.
Yeah, my brow fix.
So this, because all girls love their... I'm so old. Like, I cannot get on the train. Like, I had one brow lamination done, and I loved it. She did an amazing job, and I keep calling her because I'm sure she's watching this, but she's always busy at the gym looking fabulous. No, she had did an amazing job, and I'm like, oh, I liked it because it wasn't one, because you see some where they're just like straight up, and that's the style that some women really like.
That's what we were taught when it first came out, and was literally glue it up and then laminate the brow hairs all just so uniformed and up, but that is just not the way to do it. It's not.
And I think that was what I was scared of, why I wouldn't do it for so long, and then when she had did it, I was like, wait, and I loved it. But I have not found a gel that, because when my brows right now, I'm having a horrible time with brows. Again, lupus has thinned my skin, so waxing and all of that has been horrible. My wax girl was like, what happened? And I'm like,
no, yeah.
You know, I don't ever lift. My skin never lifts, and I lifted so bad, and we narrowed it all down. But anyways, finding a brow gel when they are in their proper placement and looking fabulous.
Yes.
I found one that I had liked, but it still left that sticky white flaky stuff, and it is so hard to find one. Does this do that?
So no, it doesn't. And if it ever did, which usually is when it's completely dry and somebody went over to try to which that's going to happen in any brow gel, right?
Yes.
But what happens is with that is that it's buildable. So it's really great for if you're trying to really set your brows, if you're really trying to give yourself that faux brow lamination without the brow lamination. So that helps a lot. But what you can always do is that you can put a little Q-tip with a little bit of water on there, and you can kind of lightly go over it, and it will blend in. So, if that ever happens when somebody goes over it when it's dry already, that's an easy fix.
After they've done their makeup or something.
Yeah, and it's not going to dilute it down so much to where it becomes slippery and it doesn't, put the hold back in there. It actually will stay nice and stiff, if you want it like that. Or if you just want to lightly brush them over just to kind of give them a little bit more shape, that is the best one. A little bit goes a long way, too. So that's why I say it's buildable, because you literally can go on it more and more if you want to. Yeah.
Now, is this... You made this one as well?
No, so that one I did get a manufacturer for.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did so many tests on so many different brow gels, and that one was the best one. That is my new repackaging though that I finally did. It started with this lame white circle pod that was more flat.
Yeah.
And then I ran out of those, and I was like, I need to figure out a different packaging. And that one I fell in love with.
It's gorgeous. No, I'm dabbling in a couple things, but I'm I need to bring it down a notch. I need to practice what I preach. One step at a time, friend. One step at a time.
Yes.
This guy over here, I'm like, friend, he's amazing because he can just go and he gets it done and he does it.
Yes.
But here I am
imposter
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm like, stop. But in the process of learning of what I want.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Well, that was the second product I ever even brought out. So
was it?
Yeah, which was I feel a huge leap, because with what's offered here in town is mostly lash, products for lash extensions. You got your glues, your tweezers, your lash trays and stuff like that. And then we have another person here in town that offers brow lamination solutions. So I wanted to bring something that was a little bit opposite. So after having the brow oil, I was like, well, what else could I do? Because I was also having a lot of clients that were having bad reactions to brow laminations. So, or they were building an intolerance to it, and their skin wasn't, they were having a sensitivity because of something that's going on internally, and it was showing up that way. Yeah. So then I was like, oh my gosh, what can we do, and they would buy
all
other
the girls.
Yeah. And so a few of my clients were like, you need to get something, and I was like, okay, the pressure's on. And this was from 2 years ago. So I was like, what am I going to do? I need to figure out. And that was a good one.
This is something everybody can use. Your clients can actually
Everyone
take this
use.
home. You don't have to be a licensed cosmetologist or esthetician to utilize this. A lot of the products that a lot of other stylists are selling now, you can't.
Well, just for Christmas, I had a lot of clients come in. That's why that stack, because I have a bunch left, but the stack that I had right there is dwindling down because they bought it for stocking stuffers. These are oh my god, I love it, so I want my
I'm getting my
friends
teenager at home who's no. This is amazing. You've done something really good. And are you coming up with more products?
Yes. So this coming up 2025, I'm planning on doing some stuff with some skincare stuff. So natural stuff. Ooh. I'm trying to play around with. I've been dabbling a little bit and making some stuff and trying them on myself, and I've been enjoying the process.
We make great models.
Yes.
The Beauty Hive loves to be a guinea pig. So.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I will literally be like, girl, you want to try this out? Give it a try. Yes.
No, I think that this is awesome. And I feel like this line for me personally, and for I know a lot of my personal followers and the community that I built along with just in the beauty industry, but now that I've opened up more and I started speaking more about an autoimmune disease, the things that you hear, we get clients in so often that have come in from cancer. They come in from just god-awful things that affect their image and their self-esteem. And there's so many products out there that, they work great and they're amazing and we love them, but people like us or cancer patients or this person or that person can't use because there's so many additives, there's so many things put into these products that
their bodies are like rejecting
reject it. And then then you just added on a whole other like, I can't do this because I'm sick type of thing.
Oh, totally,
And so when things like this come out that are actually great and they're cute and trendy, because half the time we're dealing with medicine bottles and those aren't cute and trendy. Like, this is awesome, and I thank you for taking that time to create something that everybody can use. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see what else you come up with. This is really exciting. So
I just want everybody to enjoy natural products, and to try it.
It's good. Well, there's benefits to it for so many other ways other than just beauty. Like there's just so many things that come from using natural products. And I think you've created something that is easy to do, so we don't have to feel like, okay, I've got this step, this step, this step, and this step. Because I feel like with a lot of natural things, yes, they're great, but you've got to do this, this, and this, and this to get the results. And I think you've simplified it, and you've thought of everything, and that's awesome. So this is our Jessie girl, our witchy-poo. She's going to be my witchy-poo from now on.
Yeah.
Okay, witchy-poo, what's that? That's my girl.
I love it.
But she is located conveniently off of Shaw and 6th Street, I think it is.
In between 1st and Cedar.
Yeah. Down here over by the Fashion Fair Mall if you guys are local. Now, do you ship your products?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So do you have a website?
I have a website.
Okay.
It's ship domestically. It's the lashandbrowwitch.com.
And all of that information will get posted in when we load this. And then I'll also take a picture of her card for you guys. But and then do you sell if there's any salons or anybody that's interested in this, are you willing to collaborate, or not necessarily collaborate, but sell in bulk to them?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, my best friend actually grabbed a few of the dry shampoos because she wanted to see, because she's been ranting and raving about it. And so now she has her stock there.
Awesome.
And I would love to be able to feature my stuff in other salons.
Really wanting to, especially with the oils and things like that. And certain services that I'm integrating into my own stuff, like a scalp treatment, I can totally utilize that type of stuff. Or sometimes they come in and their hair is so, I'm doing facials and I'm like, girl, your hair,
let's
wrap your hair up really quick, but hey, I got you, things like that. And that's the purpose of these interviews, you guys, is to help promote each other, but also learn about things that we don't necessarily know about or think about, or sometimes it's if she can do it, I can do it type of thing, or just building each other up in this business. There's so much negativity, I think, in our industry, but at the same time, there's so much that we can learn from each other to make each other better, because while you and I are both estheticians, we don't do the same thing. Like I would totally want to refer my clients who want the brow laminations or this or that over here, or there's a certain type of lash style Matt does, and I send all of them his way. Even though I do lash extensions, I do brow laminations,
but
and I do
not
lash
be for everybody.
Exactly. And I think that so many of us forget that we are not for everybody, but we have people who are. And remember, when you share the love, they're going to share the love back, in a sense.
It's so true.
And I that's one of my goals with doing these. But this stuff like this is so awesome, and I think more of us need to reach out to each other and and talk about each other's products, because I know for one she's gonna have a new customer. But this is awesome, and I think that what you've done is really awesome.
Thank you.
It's a good thing, and I hope that it just keeps growing for you.
Thank you.
So, do you have anything that you'd like to share, or I know we talked about you coming back when the podcast is rolling. I was talking to my client this morning, and she was like, "What are you gonna do now?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have another client, and then I gotta go do an interview." And she's like, "What's the interview for?" And I'm like, "Okay, so I'm starting this podcast, I'm doing all this," and she's like, "Oh my god, I totally want to listen to that." And I'm like, "I know, there's gonna be so many good juicy stories, but technical difficulties. I'm still learning the ins and outs of it, so we're doing this for now." I actually had someone message me, and she's like, "I would totally come on live and dish out all the dirt," and I'm like,
yes. I mean, the amount of stuff that we hear or experience is insane. Like, it's a whole nother world. It's crazy.
I think we could give real therapists a run for their money.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
Like,
the amount of therapy that we do, we need to start taking insurance. We need to start.
Could you imagine?
I know. It's insane. How much stuff we work through for our clients, like their life decisions. I'm
today,
like, oh my god.
Or just stopping our lives for them.
Yes, exactly.
I know. It is insane. The things, and you're probably, if you're not in the industry and you're just watching this, you're like, "Oh man, I feel like I gushed my guts out to her the other day." Yeah, you did, but that is okay. That is why we're here, and we love every minute. I love it when I'm the first one to find out that somebody's pregnant.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's
Isn't that
my
so crazy?
favorite.
It's like a moment that you're like, does your rest of your family know this? Oh, they don't.
I just found out, or I found out a week
special.
ago. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember one girl had walked up one day, and she just looked at me, and I go, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Nothing." And
she's like, "I'm wrong."
I go, "You're pregnant, aren't you?" And she goes, "How did you know?" And I'm like,
"Aww."
And she's like, "You're the first person to know." And I'm like, "Oh,
so
good." Yes. It's awesome. This business is very fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much for taking the time to do all of this. And I hope you all enjoyed it. We've got some more interviews coming up. We've got some big names in the lash industry that will be coming.
Yes.
You actually know this person as well. And we have just so much to come in 2025. So if you are interested in getting interviewed and sharing your stories and your wealth of knowledge and all of your goodies that you have in your salon, please like and follow and subscribe, since we are now on YouTube. So I have to say that like everybody else.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Like
and subscribe. I need to come up with something fun and cute to do, but please tag people and share this out with other people. And the podcast should be coming out within the next month or so. So
that's exciting.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see you next time, friends.